Guys, you have to be careful here. There's someone here, sitting in a wheelchair. Careful. It's for you, that's for you, man.
As you can tell from the video, Johnny Depp is usually regarded as a man of the people. But recently, it seems Amber's supporters might have been employing tactics to paint him in a different light, just as they did in court a while back. But what they didn't count on was that the public themselves would stand up for the actor, and this is even only where the story begins here. Interested in knowing a lot more about this? Then stick around while we go through it together.
Well, you find yourself in a panicked situation, flustered, whatever,
You see the reaction he just described in the video. That's probably how he felt when the reports, seemingly from Amber's side, started to troop in about the actors sabotaging the women's march that recently took place. And again, this is only the tip of the iceberg. To say that Johnny has been in the sights of Amber and her camp would be a pretty big understatement, as these people have also been seemingly targeting specific people online who don't seem to be supporting their cause. Well, now they've taken that same energy and put it into accusing Depp's supports of hanging up against the women's march. The news about this just hit the media a couple of hours ago, after reports of Depp supporters allegedly trying to cancel the women's march because the organization seemingly expressed their support for Amber Heard. Okay, firstly, one of the great things about this country is the freedom it provides to its citizens, and while the court of law has already basically established that Amber was been lying about her claims of Johnny assaulting her, everyone still retains the right to stand by who they want. However, if we're going by the evidence, Depp is actually the one who was the victim, and as such, he not only recognizes their pain, having been through it himself, but his followers also recognize that he was in fact the victim in their marriage, which was basically the basis of them defending these slanderous claims that the actor's followers were openly attacking the women's march online. In fact, the tweet that reported these claims that Depp had turned his fans against the women's march actually had some pretty interesting tales by people who are not even Depp's supporters but recognize how the organization might have been misreading the reactions from the media. This individual, referring to the claims of them ganging up against the organization, wrote, "Not ganging up, holding an organization accountable. I am no huge Depp fan. I watched the trial and saw the inconsistencies and lies from Heard. JD did admit he has problems, but look at how they are acting after the trial. He just wants to live his life. She is a hot mess. You can't but admit that this youth made a pretty good point. I mean, we all saw the trial by ourselves and saw how she repeatedly lied on the stand even while there were hard pieces of evidence that proved she had been lying. And it lasted up to the point that she lost and a jury awarded Depp the win, implying that he was in fact the victim of the marriage. And these very reasons are why actual Depp supporters seem stunned by these accusations that seemingly came from Amber's camp. And some of them have even taken to social media to express that. One user wrote, "Johnny wouldn't do that. He's not that kind of person. Contrary to what H and her supporters would have you believe, and if you believe them, you're very misguided." Another user who seemed disappointed by the route the organization has followed wrote, "No, you are wrong. We are talking about feminism and the women's movement. But when did that turn into not holding a woman accountable for her actions when they harm another? Me Too has taken a wrong turn." These are the words of actual Depp fans. And if these are their thoughts, there just might be something wrong with all of these accusations against the actor. But remember, the information here is based on theories and opinions and shouldn't be considered facts. That's it for now, guys. See you on the next one.